Today we are exploring the Mystic River. It runs all the way from the Rotten Landfill and the lake beside Covenant, all the way down past the Tucker Memorial Bridge, where it eventually joins up with the main river, whose name has actually just left my head. Recently we did the Chelsea River, which was just this wee bit here, south of the Revere Satellite Array. And eventually we'll go on to do like the river near Saugus Ironworks and a few others. It's quite an interesting one because these rivers bring together a lot of unmarked locations that you may have not known. So first up, my most popular video on Facebook, the crashed vertibird. Yeah, a little fun fact, I'm actually on Facebook with a page that releases the exact same content you get on the YouTube. But yes, one of the reels got the 1.6 million views for that single vertibird and power armor located over there. So pretty neat wee find, I'm not gonna lie, and I was proud of the short, and it did well and sent my Facebook page into relevancy, so that was awesome. Next up, we have the Secret Covenant compound leading into the lab there through the middle pipe. We fisherman up to no good. I used to think he was guarding it, but turns out he's actually just a nuisance, and they are aware of his presence when you read through some terminals. Of course, we are beside Mystic Pines, which makes sense given the vicinity to the river. This couple, I had the theory they drove down here from Mystic Pines. He was maybe in the retirement home and his wife wanted to be with him in his final moments, and it was a nice wee candlelit event. The fisherman, I don't think, has anything of note, so I can just leave him be. He kind of mouths at you, he's like, oh, leave this place and on. It's like, ooh, so scary. What are you going to do about it? It's par fist to the face. He can't do nothing about it. We can pick up massive amounts of bloodleaf. If you combine bloodleaf with squirrel bits, you can get squirrel stew, which I've been told gives you some extra experience and is just an all-round fantastic crafting item. Again, we'll drain it away just so you can see the remainder. There is a mod where you can permanently remove the water. The only issue for that is sometimes being able to swim is pretty useful. There seems to be a bit of a dam here. I don't know if that was a reservoir or this is just maybe just flood control. I don't think it's for hydroelectric, although stranger things have happened and maybe it was a little hydro dam. Either way, we can carry on. It's rather foggy. Give me a second. The fog was fairly getting thick there, and I like a clear line of sight when we're doing these little runs. Now, whilst we are here, you probably noticed there's a military checkpoint located just up yonder where I think sometimes you find power armor. I don't know, this might be one of the few occasions where it's... Where are we? Oh no, we're at Watts! Yeah, this is the one in the cage. Yeah, you can find a power armor suit inside of this cage. You just need to unlock an advanced lock terminal and the armor is yours. This explosives? Nah, it's just wooden. Just a wooden crate, but explosives, always nice. Let's drain away the water one more time. I say one more time, we'll do it a few more times. Nah, I didn't get a glimpse of too much going on there. Let's do it one more time here. Aha! I know where we are. Okay, so if you want to follow me, we can jump across. Little boat chilling here. You'll notice this boat is common throughout the Commonwealth, a man and a woman on their little boat. Maybe during the aftermath of the bombs falling, a lot of them thought that the river was the safe place, or they were out in the river in the morning. Either way, bad place to be. Now, if we go over, we can find a little paint camp where it seems that some raiders were probably making something with gas canisters, paint and oil cans, so, again, probably up to no good. Although they did have a toilet, so hygiene was definitely top of their list. There is a lift you can use here just whilst we're crossing around the river. May as well show you this little base. I was up previously, that's why the lift is up there. But listen, as I said, these river videos are more so a bit of compilations, of unmarked locations that I can show off. This one is a raider camp. Well, it was. You're about to find out it was a raider camp. I did at one stage think it was gunners, but as you're about to discover here, something terrible happened Although the bodies might have despawned, which they have, boo. You normally find a few dead raiders here and you're like, what happened? Did the gunners, who obviously tend to occupy the highways, did they come and forcibly remove these raiders? But the way they're lying, or way their bodies are presented, you'd think someone came up the lift and they weren't guarding the lift, they were having a few drinks and they were caught off guard by whoever that was. And whoever it was certainly did a number on them by obliterating them. You can find a broken... Well, I'll say broken. A out of service stingray sitting up here. Not a stingwing. They're the annoying things that fly about at you. Tucker Memorial Bridge in full view. What walked over it? Oh, a super mutant. Now, normally they walk over it, they trigger the explosives on it. And yeah, it is a firework display when this bridge goes off. What else have we got? Lots of bloodleaf around that little raider cabin. A wee abandoned mansion over there. And this stingwing was probably in a squadron. The reason I say that is because you can actually find another one located just across the water there, beside the Poseidon Reservoir or Turbine, that building right there. So you can find a power armor suit beside it. It seems that the military couldn't get to the one up here, but they could make time for the one that head over near West Everett's, which I find a bit strange, but nevertheless, let's have a wee look. I have cleared this to my full knowledge, yeah, but it seems to respawn the oil slick. If you ignite it, this place just goes into a firework display. It's spectacular. I highly recommend you try it. I was just double checking here. So this river extends from here, and its endpoint is actually right beside the USS Constitution, where it drains into the Boston, well, the main river there, and kind of joins up with the Chelsea. So we'll continue jumping across here and seeing what all we can find. In terms of unmarked locations, there's if you have the Automaton DLC, you'll find them all fighting with Ada over there. So that's definitely a point of contention. If you want to join in, feel free. The front of this particular bridge does have a name. It's not coming to me. I think it's later on in the series this is discussed, but there are a few gunners. Sometimes you find Pikmin's calling card as well. So, oh, they were triggered by that. How strange. There is a Deathclaw, usually, that spawns round this corner. I just want to see, is it a Deathclaw usually? It's in this park. Wow. I was spot on. Yeah, this little park tends to have just a Deathclaw presence, so if you're about, beware. When you get to the BAD TFL Centre, did I get that right? Yeah, I did, regional office. There's a wee Marlurk nest out the back, so you'll have to be careful with that. And then once you cross over from the bridge, you can pick up a few other items. There's also a wee baseball pitch right beside the bad TFL. We were making the comment that you never really see like anyone. It would have been cool if you'd seen an animation of them sitting playing baseball, like the Raiders and all, and you interrupt the Raider game. That would have been cool. So yeah, you can see the wee pitch over yonder. But we're climbing up here because I wanted to show you a wee abandoned camp underneath the billboard. It's amazing that I remember a lot of this for someone that thought, or well, I thought I had a bad memory. Turns out, I actually recall quite a lot. Yeah, the military convoy, another wee unmarked location with a wee construction robot. By the way, if any of you go into there and you come out, you will get ambushed. Bear that in mind, because I keep forgetting it in every run, and then that happens. I'm like, Marlurk hunters again. The power armor up here can be quite useful, and the utility Protectron, sometimes he's engaged with the super mutants over at West Everett's. He doesn't last very long if he tries that, so, you know, if you want to protect him and be nice, just be in the vicinity, and you can do just that. We, of course, will be passing by Irish Pride Shipyards, and you'll all be thinking I'll be jumping in celebration. Well, yes, I am. So, yeah, whilst the wee boatyard beside it contains a number of my least favourite stingwings and blood bugs. Oh, I just don't like them. They're really annoying creatures that just completely ruin my immersion sometimes. There's a dead raider out the back. Yes, indeed. If we drain the water around here, we'll probably just find plenty of shipwrecks. Yeah, a few ships just kind of littering the bottom. Not much else. Of course, Irish Pride Industries is your guy who tried to domesticate Mirelurks. Yeah, you can probably imagine how that turned out if you haven't been in. Didn't turn out well. I just seen a collection of cars here, but I don't remember being over this side. No, nothing of note. That's okay, we can carry on. I think we reached this bridge, and then there's some mongrel houses just beside here. That's a really cool waterfront, by the way, for you to explore. Just above Bunker Hill, you can find not only plenty of items, but I call that building there, a green building, the Irish Mansion. I was actually just editing the title for the short I did on it. You can see that hole there on the side of it. If you want to gain access to that, you'll have to go over to that red door there. Go upstairs, you'll reach the roof there. Jump across, walk across, and jump again, and you can unlock a door, get a steamer trunk. It's a really awesome find. Highly recommend you try that in your next run. In fact, I'll walk over and do it now because I've talked about it, so you may as well get the full experience. Normally, this is mongrels. In my case, it's mongrels, a junkie, and bloodflies, and Dr. Forsyth. I have no idea what's going on. This is a strange random encounter, but I fully accept that it is just awesome. There are these cooling vats for obviously fusion energy, and a very nasty glowing blood bug who's kind of glitched out. That's cool. But if you run over past the Brahmin here, you can normally pick up a flamer and the skeleton. It's really sad that an incinerator wasn't in the game. I think it is in the Creation Club, so you can bring it into the game. But again, it's just a pity that they didn't, include the incinerator from the base game. It was a beloved weapon. You can find supplies floating about in some of these little pontoons. And then eventually the Mystic River joins the Chelsea River over there, and they flow out into the sea. There's a few more river compilations coming up later on. So, as I said, one that passes Saugus, and we have a few others that I want to look through. So, a few raiders you have to take care of, but let's go up into the drug den. I love revisiting old locations, just in case you forget. It's good. Not everyone's going to watch the 1,000+ videos, and I wouldn't expect anyone to, but if this is a video you thoroughly enjoyed and you like wee compilations, well then, that's just perfect, isn't it? Because then you get to see things like this. I'm not going to lie. We're flying back up. Pretend I made that jump. See, I'm operating at 120 FPS. Because when you're recording, it kind of stops the major drops that happen in the city. So that's why I'm delaying the 100% playthrough until the next gen update. Although I mightn't do that. I might still just push on. Because I would want to play at 20 or 60 FPS. But it just drops every so often. Which is really irritating. Unlock the novice door, and boom, you've got yourself a steamer trunk, a mannequin, and some brain fungus. I call it the Irish Mansion because it's green, and it's directly opposite Irish Pride Shipyards. 1 + 1 is 2. But if you go over to this boat, which will conclude the Mystic River, you can find yourself, normally, a very nice rifle on this skeleton. So be sure to take advantage of that. Walk up the waterfront, collect all the items that you can pick up. And I hope you've enjoyed this little compilation episode of the Mystic River. I'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you for watching.